Before I proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long some of you, so if you could just scroll down and take a look in the description, you will see how provided chapters. Take for example, if you really care about the collection continuations, or maybe you care about the clothing armor skins. If you truly wish to skip ahead, you're more than welcome to do so. Just look at the description, all the chapters are provided to you. And so that, good day, Rust enjoys. Hope you're alright, because it's time for the Rust Workshop skin checks. Now, before I even mention that we have tons of skins being submitted again, I should also point out Christmas, yes. The Christmas contest collection has been set up, and the first, group, I guess you could say, first group of skins have been submitted, produced by Mr. Relic. Get a good look at all of this. It is a Winter Wonderland set. We have a burlap head wrap that looks like some reindeer, sort of like antlers and all that. So to be honest with you, that's looking pretty sweet. And well, that's probably not the best picture to show, but you get the idea. Okay, cool. So the first Christmas skins have been submitted, and I will link that in the description so you can keep an eye out for any more submissions. In the lead up to, actually should point out, everything has to be submitted by December 9, alright? So, keep that in mind. Some skin creators might take a break, aka Sinotype, small props collection. Do not be surprised, okay? So, if you're really itching for certain collection continuations for certain, collections, some of the skin creators might have to take a break and submit a Christmas skin. Keep that in mind. Right then, so yes, lots of skins have been submitted once again. It's quite concerning. But 119. I just want to point this out. I'm very, very, very sorry if I happen to miss a skin, alright? There's tons of them, alright? So I apologise in advance if it happens. Right then, so, shall we proceed? We have 119 skins to take a look at. Oh, we're going to be here for a while. Remember, I did mention chapters. Look in the description. So, okay. If you want to go through all of these and look and see which one happens to be your most favourite, if you want to get a good link to the collection, you see that right there? It should be at the very top of the description right now. Just click that, you'll see it for yourself. Look at all the skins in your own time if you so wish. But for now, let's proceed. Let's talk about the deployables. Let's take a look at this chocolate bed. So, wouldn't it melt? Like, if you sat in that, wouldn't it melt? I mean, hey, I'm not saying no. So, okay. Obviously something reminiscent of the actual chocolate bar we have in Rust, produced by Hefner, chocolate bar bed. But I am a bit concerned you might be a bit sticky in the morning. Anyway, this is the representative of the many skins we're taking a look at today. So by all means, you might hear me say or insinuate, would you like to support the skin creators? Do you like the skin? Blah blah blah. Basically, I'm saying consider voting yes or no. But please remember, voting doesn't actually impact whether a skin gets accepted or not. All right? Skin creators can notice the upvote to downvote ratio, so it kind of gives them a bit of a straightforward sort of sense of feedback. But to truly get your message across, whether you like a skin or not, go to the comment section. So basically, if you really happen to like a skin, offer some nice kind words. They really do go a long way. Keeps those skin creators nice and motivated to keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future. But if you don't happen to like a skin, and you know exactly why, well, offer some constructive feedback. Be nice, concise, and straight to the point. Try and help them out. Maybe their skin doesn't get accepted, but they probably read your feedback, and now incorporate that into a brand new version. Maybe that brand new version gets accepted. We shall see. So, yes, chocolate bar bed, a bit goofy, a bit silly, but to be honest with you, you don't actually have that much competition. There's only 2 bed skins submitted this week. Perhaps the skin creators realised, oh wow, far too many of us are making bed skins, though. Alright, fair enough. Best of luck to you, Hefner, and like I said, if you happen to like it, consider voting yes or no. This applies to all the skins we'll be taking a look at. Including, well, I didn't mean to go over there, including the cactus bed. Yes, that doesn't look like it's going to be very fun. See, do you hate everybody? I mean, well, I wouldn't say no, but I do believe that might hurt. What do you reckon? Would you like to have some acupuncture as you sleep? So yes, the cactus bed, a pretty goofy, silly, but hey, funny idea. If you think it's nice, consider showing support. Best of luck to CGS. Okay, we've got to do something here. It keeps clicking over there. I'm so sorry about that. Oh, but I'm not sorry about this. Oh, hello. Whoa. What do we have right here? A very nice, a very cool looking locker. That right there is the dumb Racecar locker. Collection continuation to the recent bed skin that we saw being accepted. Sold not that much if I can remember. Let's go to SCMM real quickly. It was what, 2 weeks? Let's just go over to here. Was it the previous week? It was the previous week. Right. So, dumb Racecar bed. Sold for $2.49. Sold a decent amount, not a ridiculous amount, a decent amount, just under 15,000 subscribers. And as you'll notice, it's only slightly down in the positive. Only slightly down, okay. I mean, in the negative, sorry, I said that the wrong way around. That's not too bad. If you were to look at like bed skins in general, you might notice, oh dear, oh god, oh no. But that's actually like the least worst performing. Okay, not too bad. And, well, a question, you know. If we do happen to see a brand new locker skin being accepted, what do you reckon? Do you think this might spike them on, spike a price ever so nice? I'm going to be straightforward with you. I do reckon it would. Only 18 listings on the Steam market. One listing below its rust price. It's open season. Feel free to jump in if you want to. So, I did also send a message. Again, you know, you can sit there and say some nice kind words, or you can offer a nice suggestion like I did. Oh, wait, yeah, there you go. Formula 1 style clothing and helmet, right helmet. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, Stabby. Do it. Yes, I want to be a nice Formula 1 car man. So, yep. All right, and so I think this could develop into a very nice looking set. And by all means, if you have a fun idea, feel free to comment below. You know what? You could probably do a concrete barricade, like Formula 1 barricades. Oh, Stabby, I have ideas for you. Hope you're watching. So, yes, I've actually got a short video showcasing this. It's a very nice glow-in-the-dark design, not too in your face. Quite, you know, faint at the front, but on the sides, very noticeable with the red, the yellow, and the green. So, what do you reckon? Would you like to see that potentially being accepted? Feel free to comment below. And if you really do happen to like it, don't forget, feel free to offer a nice little comment over to here as well. So, best of luck to Mr. Stabby, and yes, I do think they'll have a nice impact on the bed. Alright then, let's close that. And now, we have another collection continuation. It's not the first time I've seen this as well. Ultramarine Rug. So, if there were ever, like, a possible idea for skin creators to make their very own wallpapers, I think that's probably a good shout there because, yeah, skin creators keep making rug skins with the idea of, oh, you could cover your base in it, which I'm not going to say no to, but wouldn't wallpapers be a lot better? And floor paper and ceiling paper, we'll see. Anyway, keep an eye out for Christmas as well, don't forget about that. Ultramarine Rug, it has transparency, but that's just because it's, like, on the edges and whatnot, the perimeter, so okay, cool. And obviously it glows in the dark. Ultramarine collection this year, though. How many skins have we seen been accepted? I don't think it's as much compared to the previous year. Well, I mean, it's not too surprising to say that. But yes, so far this year, we've had a nice selection of skins. Actually, no, we have seen quite a lot this year. A lot more compared to the previous year, because we've got all the clothing armour. Okay, fair enough. Not doing too bad, by the way. Rock is only down by 1%. Boots are down a bit, but give it time. I wouldn't be surprised if that recovers a bit. Oh, well, tier 2's down a bit as well. But then again, how much did this sell compared to that? A little bit more. Yeah, that was the highest selling batch of everything, but like, you know, only down slightly. When times were bad, Ultramarine has actually held up very nicely. Now, if we were to question, okay, if a rug skin were to be accepted, could it, like, you know, have a nice impact on all these skins? Well, I've got to say, the Deployables already doing very nice regardless, you know. Just gone through the worst of it, the bad times during October, but these are holding up very strong. I would say the rug would be perfect, a lovely addition to the set. But, yeah, what would be the best thing to jump onto? Maybe the sheet metal door. I've definitely seen it, like, at a higher price, but it definitely goes up and down around its rust price. So if I could just quickly point out, yep, just over $2.50, only 32 listings, very thin. You've got 1/6 there, but after that, it's like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Not too bad. And have you been higher in the past? Let's just quickly point this out. Yes, you have. Last year, no, early this year, whoops, around March time, early this year, selling for over $3 very, very comfortably, so... okay, we'll see. Right then, so, not too bad. Honestly, I think the rug would be a welcome addition, so feel free to comment below if you happen to like it. Best of luck to Mr. Jeeper. Right then, okay. We've got a pretty funny looking furnace over to here. We have the Meow Meow furnace, produced by Himmick. It's the second attempt. Do you like the kitty? Are you a fan? So, when it's like lit up, it's got hearts in the eyes, so that's pretty cute. It is the second attempt though, so we'll see what happens. Are you a fan of kitties? Feel free to comment below, and best of luck to Mr. Himmick. And over to here, a Frankenstein furnace, which is a bit... Sayo, I'm just going to say, I think it's a bit bad timing. Did you submit a Halloween skin? Let's just quickly find this out. Doesn't look like it. Maybe he was making it, but he didn't get it finished in time. Wait, hang on a minute. There's a second version. 16th of November. Wow. Maybe accidentally submitted it twice. It wouldn't be the first time something like that's happened. So, okay, fair enough. Best of luck to you then, Mr. Pasayo. Let's see if this Frankenstein design could potentially be accepted. And then over to here, it's another transparent furnace. So, on the bottom, there's a bit of transparency, which honestly looks pretty cool. So you can see it right there. I did show it off in the special preview video, but that's it. That's everything. That's all there is. I know skin creators have noticed that the recent furnaces that sold quite a lot had transparency and some very interesting creative usage of it. This right here, it's a bit straightforward. Sorry to say that, Mr. Kavahu, but does it really need to be super special and crazy? I mean, offer your opinions. But yeah, I think we're going to keep seeing this every now and then now. We'll probably see some very wacky, silly ideas, but yeah, you can see it like one way, this way. Can you see that with his head there? So yeah, I did point out we had a fractal furnace the previous week, and that that was a little bit too excessive with the transparency, wasn't it? And that was just one way, wasn't it? So wouldn't be surprised if things like this wouldn't be allowed. But with it being only on the bottom, maybe it won't be too bad. So okay, fair enough. Best of luck to you, Kavahu, and of course, best of luck to all the other furnaces. Now this week we have only one sleeping bag, and of course it's an aquatic themed sleeping bag. Next week, when I do another Rust Workshop skin checks, do not be surprised if we see tons upon tons of aquatic and naval themed skins, because of course, naval update, December Force White. So everybody's kind of preparing for it, and as you can see right here, yeah, life, what do you call the ring again? Oh, I can't even remember. You know, when someone's in the water and they can't swim and you chuck the ring at them and then they can float. What's it actually called? I've completely forgot. Anyway, that's obviously the design. And then, of course, over to here, we have a glow-in-the-dark version. So at night time, around the ring, it vaguely glows. Okay, and you've got a few extra bits there. Not too bad. I'm not upset with it. Gotta be honest with you, when was the last sleeping bag that we had accepted? Since we've had beds, it's been ridiculous, but what was the last sleeping bag? Oh yeah, we've had the drop and, funerary. I mean, it's not too long ago, but okay, fair enough. So we had the kick drops, but would you like to see another sleeping bag actually being accepted in Rust after about, what, like 2 or so months? We'll see. Best of luck to Kef. Let's see if that gets accepted. Right, small boxes. So we have 2. First up, we have the wooden lobster cage, and I've got to be honest with you, not too bad of an idea right there. Not too bad of an idea. That looks like it would be perfect for the naval update. Yes, yes, yes. But of course, we do have some very notable competition. We'll talk about that in a second, don't you worry. But yes, Mr. Protects and Seapon, I think that's a perfectly fine looking idea, and I think a lot of people would approve. Best of luck to you. Some lovely usage of transparency. Oh, well, there you go. Oh yeah, this. Well, the previous small box is obviously intended for, the December Force White. But this right here, it's necessary for any Rustor. What we have right here is the small seal box. And you might sit there and say, small seal? What, like the animal? No. When you're being raided and you need to quickly get some resources, keep one of these on your walls. So yes, in case of raid, break glass. I think that's a very clever idea. That's awesome. There's your orange box in the batch of, all the skins. I did offer them the suggestion of weapon attachments for pink. It would stand out, and what else are you going to do for pink anyway? So, yep, that's the orange one. The yellow one, obviously, from the previous week. We just had the ammo box being accepted, so it's progressing very nicely. Have we noticed improvements in regards to prices, though? So let's just quickly switch over to here. I will point out, this isn't selling that much, but it probably still will likely sell more than what we saw the T-box. If we could just quickly look at all the skins. Small T-box, very comfortably in the positive. Small diving box, okay. Small cards box, slightly in the negative. And then meds, diesel, and fuel, not too good, but they don't have ridiculous listings either, so we'll see how it progresses. But of course, more the merrier. So far, this is the largest small box collection we have ever seen, okay? Now, with 2 skins on the workshop, very likely could go all the way up to 9. But do keep this in mind. There is a certain DLC that's being worked on. Now, when we talk about the Sinotype in a second, we'll bring it up properly, but yeah, there might be some problems. But for small boxes, maybe it's not too much of a problem. We'll see. So with every brand new acceptance, it just keeps on being a record-breaking amount of small boxes as a collection. What would you like to see being made next? As I've already mentioned, one thing that keeps being asked is weapon attachments, and I do think a lot of people would approve. And I did say, why not do that for pink? So pink for weapon attachments with a cool little pic right there. Lovely stuff. But kind of wouldn't be surprised if he probably makes some sort of aquatic themed small box next week. It would be very fitting. We'll see how it goes. So, all right, best of luck to Magwam. In terms of the collection, I think we'll see it really progress ever so nicely once we roll into January time. With a lot more people playing, I think a lot of people will approve. And as as I said, putting these on your walls with the bamboo shelves, I think it will work very nicely. So, best of luck to Mr. Magwamp, and yeah, feel free to offer your opinions if you want to. Right then, So over to here, we've got some large boxes, some interesting designs. But someone here, it's Mr. Andre, he's decided to make his very own storage collection. So he submitted 2 skins to get it started off with, ammo box and the guns box. Yep. I'm not sure though. At the moment, it doesn't look like Sinotype's finishing. It very likely might eclipse 18 skins in total. We're about to find out. But yeah, with what I'm seeing here, I mean, it's fine. After seeing Sinotype, it didn't do anything like ridiculous, I guess you could say. Although then again, with its special writing, maybe that is the unique thing that's also connected to all of them. Anyway, what I'm saying is this is pretty straightforward. But I have been wrong with, storage collections. So I did make the video about a year ago discussing, we're going to see anything super insane. Didn't happen for a while. Then, of course, Sinotype. Let's start yapping. Best of luck to Andre. For what it is, I don't hate it. I've got no issue with it. Looks pretty cool. So if you approve, feel free to comment below. Feel free to go ahead and show support. Offer a comment if you want to. And yeah, best of luck. Go over to here. A nice, unique, interesting design. Tribal skull produced by Lakamu. Pretty cool. Yes. Look at that. So best of luck to you, good sir. Metallic. And an interesting design. Best of luck. Now over to here. Collection continuation. We have Señor Tomato as a large wood box. Maybe timing right now isn't the best because Sinotype is still progressing and you know exactly what we're going to talk about next. But I kind of wouldn't be surprised regardless. It's not like we haven't seen a Rustle with 2 large boxes. So, alright, cool. Not going to say no. And then over to here, Señor Tomato. Let's go get a good look at you. The collection, what is what I'm referring to. A bit of a funny one, but we do see some interesting things in the positive. The sheep in the door isn't down too bad. Garage door kind of is. Minor hat is odd. There's not too many listings. Honestly, if I looked at this right now, you'd probably find out there's like only 3 listings below its Rustle price. Okay, obviously there is a bit more, but when times are pretty good, it has been rising up a fair bit. I have seen this in the positive, is what I'm trying to say. So, anyway, Señor Tomato is appreciated. Some of these skins have been, bought quite nicely, and as you can see here, some of them are doing pretty good. Feel free to comment below. Are you a Señor Tomato enjoyer? Okay. What would you like to see being made next? If we were to see the large box being accepted, I think the garage door, the sheep in the door, I think we could see them boost up a nice bit. But I wouldn't be surprised if they drop back a bit. But with the furnace also being submitted recently, with a standard cap and all this, Sepesh, I think now is the time where you have to consider doing hoodie and pants, tier 2 and tier 3. Do it. Alright? We haven't seen any clothing and armor skins being accepted for a while. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you'll be the one that gets yours accepted. What I'm saying is, you've been doing very well. I honestly thought when I first saw the rock, it probably wouldn't happen, and then the door and then the hammer and all that. You've been doing lovely pieces of work. The tomatoes are appreciated, but I think right now clothing and armor might be a good consideration. Totally up to you. Primitive is fine as well. People will be upset with that. Señor Tomato head wrap. Oh yeah, go on, do it. Right. So that's looking pretty okay, and yeah, large box. Probably would be appreciated ever so nicely with the doors. So cool. Best of luck to Sepesh. But of course, as we've been alluding to, here is the Sinotype Fuel large box. So all right, cool. Fuel, not going to go. You're not going to be upset with that. Is he going to do an aquatic box next, or is it going to be the electric box next? I'm not sure. Either way, this could potentially be number 17. Okay. So let's just quickly look at the workshop. Mr. Odyssey. So there you go. Drop box. Large box, 16 or 17, either way, the collection is progressing. People are happy, and people are very happy with that design. Are people very happy with this design? I mean, with the picture there, it's pretty obvious, but then again, like you kind of only see it from like one small side. Anyway, Odyssey, keep up the good work, and if you happen to like it, feel free to offer a nice little comment. But yes, what would you like to see being made next? At some point, he will have to stop, but right now, it looks like nobody said anything to him, so we'll see. Right, so, yep, the more the merrier. Over to here, Sinotype collection. Notably, very noticeably right here, the stone box, it hasn't sold that much. But then again, it's not as in demand compared to all the other storages. We've had this discussion, we're not surprised. And tomorrow, when we do the abnormal barders, we will discuss that a little bit more. But it has sold quite a lot less compared to all the other skins. Wow. So, yeah. If we were to see the fuel box being accepted, and let's say it only did about 25,000 subscribers, would it halved up nicely? We'll see. Anyway. So with what we see here, oh my, all of these are kind of struggling. But then again, these are the ones that sold a lot. These recent ones haven't sold absurdly, and they're doing quite all right. So, all right, we'll keep an eye on stone. And with the arrival of either Dropbox or, of course, the fuel box, I'm pretty sure things will progress quite nicely, especially as we get closer and closer to January time. So, cool. Let's now move on and discuss a whole lot of doors. First of all, wooden doors, and we have a lot to discuss. So, over here with the wood carving wooden door. Wood carving wooden door. I lost my tongue there. Sorry about that. I got it chopped. So, yeah, produced by Kika. Get a good look at that. A pretty interesting. I gotta say this. Does it look like a graphics card to you? I like the pattern design, but it kind of looks like a graphics card. I would be opposed to that. Can I have an RGB color version, please? Anyway, best of luck to Kika. Let's see if that gets accepted. Go over to here. Okay. I showed this off in my special little preview video, and I think a lot of people did approve. Fuff has made a very cool, interesting glow-in-the-dark wooden door, and what's your opinion, please? Feel free to comment below. But it's not just this, because we also happen to have a transparent glow-in-the-dark version as well. If you saw my special preview video, you'd know that this is transparent right here. Quite a lot of transparency, mind you, but then again, it's a wooden door. There tends to be a little bit more allowance in terms of transparency in wooden doors. So, all right, we'll see how it goes. But it does glow in the dark very, very nicely. But I've also noticed he's also made a non-sort of green version, which, okay. This one doesn't have transparency, by the way, but still looks very cool. So, yeah, what do you reckon? Do you like what you see? Which of these wooden doors did you happen to like the most? And, of course, you know, the wood carving door. Best of luck to both of those skin creators. So let's see which one could potentially be accepted. With Ghost Ship, I feel like that's obviously for the naval update. So, all right, cool. Oh, we also have Rustiki. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I didn't realise. Oh, well, you know, still perfectly in line. So there you go. Rustiki wooden door. An interesting glow-in-the-dark design that you can see right there. Oh, quite sinister. Oh, yes, indeed. So, yes. Do you happen to like this as well? Feel free to comment below. Sorry about that, Sean Mick and Mr. R.E. Spectre. I didn't really... Sorry. Right, anyway. Time for sheet metal doors. Yes, we have a lot of them. We've got some scary-looking designs, some strange-looking animals, and oh my. Well, that's looking very noble. So this right here is the Maui sheet metal door. Doesn't appear to glow in the dark. I mean, it's a perfectly fine looking design. Best of luck to Mr. Red Brush. Now over to here, Panther Habitat sheet metal door. Produced by Mr. Universe Kid and Papa Carl. And yeah, look at that. That's a pretty cool looking design. Am I super zoomed in? No, it's just the pictures are. All right. So yes, this right here, Panther Habitat sheet metal door. It glows in the dark ever so nicely. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. So yeah, if you like it, feel free to go ahead and show support. Best of luck to these two. Over to here, oh my, that's a panther as well. No, it's just a very scary looking kitty. Oh my. Produced by Falk, we have the Kit sheet metal door. And he is very, very, very fuzzy. Honestly, when you look at this in game, it is very fuzzy. It appears to be. So, all right, cool. So does this glow in the dark? No mentions of it. Does it actually glow? It looks like the eyeballs glow. Yes, it does glow. It's the eyeballs. Stare at the eyeballs. Oh my. So yep, perfectly fine. And best of luck to Mr. Falk. And then over to here, Doomsday sheet metal door, produced by Mr. GXT Face. A pretty interesting glow in the dark design. Lost my tongue there. My whole mouth there, blimey. So yes, a pretty interesting approach. Do you approve? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to Mr. GXT Face. And then, what we have right here is a collection continuation to the garage door we currently have in the Rust door. Yes, this also happens to glow in the dark very nicely as well. This is the Ford sheet metal door. So, how likely do you reckon this might happen? A sheet metal door being accepted after a garage door? Well, it's actually happened quite a lot this year. Nuke Vibe, All Seeing Eye. Oh, okay. Well, how are they doing? Well, we could go ahead and take a look real quickly. But yes, I've noticed this pattern quite a lot so far this year. Could it happen all over again? We shall see. But yeah, down 64 and down 73. Well, you know, that's yeah, that's a little bit funny. And then over to here, All Seeing Eye, pretty please. Can we get a good look at you? There we are. And down 62, down 60. So that's looking a little bit rough, but then again, with the amount of garage doors being accepted this year, sheet metal doors as well, we shouldn't be surprised. But overall, with what I see here, it looks like a perfectly fine looking sequel. And if you're very pleased with the garage door, feel free to go ahead and show support. It has sold quite nicely with just about 15,000 subscribers. I can clearly see there's actual interest there. But yeah, best of luck to Duck. Let's see if that gets accepted. Oh, and of course, talking about like whether it might Might be a nice investment. We'll talk more about that tomorrow when we do the abnormal borders. But let me just point out, with the state of garage doors at the moment, it's not exactly looking very pretty. Yes. So that'll be a discussion for tomorrow. Regardless, best of luck to Duck. Right, over to here we have quite a lot of garage doors. I was surprised. So over to here, let me just grab all of these. Come on, more and more. Come on. Oh, we're going to be here for a while. Yes, we are. There is a lot of garage doors this week. I don't know what compelled everybody to make them, but, well, here we are. Alright, so then we have 2 sheet metal doors, sheet metal double doors, and that'll be it. Okay, cool. Vintage bronze garage door, produced by Mnemonic Man. A very cool looking reflective design. I think a lot of people will approve. So, do you like what you see? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to Mr. Mnemonic Man. Over to here, quarantine garage door, produced by Debsky and Faniquela. I like it. A very grounded approach that glows in the dark very nicely as well. I think a lot of people would approve. So, are you a fan? Feel free to comment below, and yes, it does happen to glow in the dark. Best of luck to you two. Over to here, paper towel garage door, and it has transparency. Now you might question, where's the transparency? I'm not sure. Maybe we might, get a better look at it. Okay. So you know how with toilet paper, they're obviously attached to each other. You got the seams right here that you apparently can see through. Now, how well can you see through them? That's the next question. But I like the idea. I think it's a pretty unique, silly approach. Now, is it too silly? Off your opinion, feel free to comment below. But I hand it to Keka. It's unique. Perhaps a lot of people would approve of it in the snow biome. We'll see. So, best of luck to Keka. What's this? Mr. Legacy has produced the retro poster Lutram garage door. So, okay, is this lost my tongue? Is this an attempt for a door collection? Pretty goofy. Looks pretty fun to me. Do you like it? Feel free to comment below. Would you like to see more? I mean, would you want to don't raid me on it? Like, loot room's going to be like inside your base, isn't it? Shouldn't that be for the entrance? Just offering an opinion there, Legacy. But anyway, glows the dark very brightly. If you're a fan of that, feel free to go ahead and show support. Best of luck to Legacy. Blood Eclipse garage door, produced by Cubist. It has a very bright looking design. Quite sinister and scary, oh my. But yep, a perfectly fine looking circle of doom. So yep, if you like it, if you approve, best of luck to Mr. Cubist. Mutagen garage door. So yes, Algorithm has been slowly building up like a mutagen collection. We've got weapons, we've got 2 versions of this garage door. So, I mean, gotta hand it to him, it looks pretty cool. Do you think it's more of a scary design? Do you reckon this was probably better off being like a Halloween skin? Feel free to comment below. But with what I see here, looks nice to me, and I feel like there's a lot of potential with it. So best of luck to Algorithm. I should also point out we do have a second version, transparency, and it glows in the dark. Now, where's the transparency? Good question. Is it at the bottom? Hang on a minute. Like, just here's a good thing to just quickly ask with all the skin creators. If you're gonna have transparency in the door, please like focus it with a certain picture. He's probably doing it right now. I'm probably. Oh no, it's right there. Do you see right there? Yeah, there's a. Yeah, there you go. Look, I'm stupid. I need help. There's probably a lot. There's probably a lot of people like me as well. Okay, you really needed to focus on it. Like zoom in on that particular spot, and then super like obvious. Then, so all right, cool. Best luck to Algorithm. Over to here, Minefield garage door, produced by Smoothie. So yeah, it's like Minesweeper, but there's a huge like explosion in the middle. So he probably lost. As you can clearly see, it glows in the dark. Looking pretty cool. So yep, best of luck to Mr. Smoothie. Oh my, that's looking pretty sinister. Steel Dragon Sentinel, produced by Kazaru. So yes, look at that. That's looking pretty cool. And maybe that's exactly what people want around Christmas time. What, a scary sort of like Steel Dragon? Maybe. Anyway, best of luck to Kazaru. Let's see if that works out nicely. Over to here, Steel Epoch garage door, produced by Alloy and Hook. It's a bit of a strange looking design, but at night time, oh wow, okay. That does look pretty cool. So, alright. Well, best luck to both of them. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Over to here, Predatory Plant garage door. Probably a very cool design for the jungle, perhaps. What do you reckon? I do like that they did do that in the jungle. So, alright, cool. And then, of course, at night time, yes, it does happen to glow in the dark quite nicely. Oh, you got like the skull there. Oh, wow, that's looking pretty cool. Right, well, best of luck to both of them. Mr. 1 on J, Mr. 34633. Over to here, Last Dragon garage door. But we just had another dragon. Anyway. Produced by Alfreatar. This is clearly a different dragon, a red dragon, and you get like the full body, and that's looking pretty cool. Well then, not too bad. What do you reckon? Now, just to quickly point out, yes, it does happen to glow in the dark. You've got like 2 torches on the side there. Looking very nice. Best luck to Alfreatar. It's a hole. Oh, okay then. So, Shawshank Redemption, I guess. Shelter access garage door. I do like the design of it. It looks pretty cool. What do you reckon? Do you approve? Do you like what you see? Well, best of luck to Mr. Mushroom Soup. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. And then over to here. Technically, this is a collection continuation. I didn't notice it with its predecessor, so just to quickly point out, Mad Polly is trying to build up like a garage door collection. Do you remember when I pointed out Military Medbay? Well, that was actually a collection continuation to the Military Armory garage door. I didn't notice it. So I do apologise there, Mr. Mad Polly. But I can point out, Tech Lab garage door is here. Now, how many people even realised and noticed that, you know, the previous one was a collection continuation? Because I didn't notice. And we do have to question that. Because, well, if this were to be accepted, how many people would realise, like, the Armory garage door is connected to it, and would it even spike them on spike and price with, like, renewed interest? Yeah. And also, this has transparency on the side. There's a big kerfuffle with the Armory garage door because it looked like it had transparency, but it didn't. And people kind of upset. And I get the feeling he's done this because so many people got like questioning about that. Which would be odd because the first one didn't have transparency. Either way, we'll see what happens. But let me just quickly switch over to here. So it's just before Halloween, right? Yep. Oh, lo and behold, it went down to about half its price. Are we surprised? Not really. Again, garage doors this year, far too many of them have been accepted. And oh my, hardly any of them have actually retained their value. Oof. Right, anyway, so we'll leave it at that. Best of luck to Mad Polly. Over to here, Wild Hunt garage door. This stands out very, very nice. So, yes, at night time, this is a very bright and very noticeable design. We do have the wooden door and the rust door right now, but wooden doors as investments, probably not the best idea. And, of course, we'll talk about that tomorrow when we do the abnormal borders. So, over to here, please. That could sell, like, next to nothing, and it probably still wouldn't even retain its value. And, of course, with the collection continuation as well, I still have doubts. I did ask for a bearskin rug, and I would expect it next week. Keep an eye out. This could turn into a very interesting looking collection. I do want to see that bearskin rug. We'll see. But Icona is in a very interesting position. This looks like a very cool looking garage door. But again, the wooden door, it won't go up in price. I have doubts. And if it did, it wouldn't last. I've seen it happen many instances in the past. We'll get a wooden door, then we'll get more skins accepted, and the wooden door just still go down in price. So, yeah, all right. Best of luck to Icona. Let's see if it works out nicely. Now over to here with the demon-bound sheep metal double door produced by Adoinsky. A pretty cool gothic sort of approach. And then, of course, does it glow in the dark? Well, we'll have to go ahead and showcase that to you right now, and yes, indeed it does. We've seen a decent amount of sheep metal double doors this year, but quite a lot of them were Twitch drops. So, what do you reckon? Would you like to see another one being accepted? Now, what's this right here? Why is this left side there a little bit odd? Is that something that you can see during the day? Is it just me? In that particular picture, it looked a bit odd there. But anyway, looks cool. I think a lot of people would approve. Best of luck to Adoinsky. Let's see if that gets accepted. And now, something a little bit more different. Produced by N3, say hello to Hypercolor Panels. And yeah, that is a very bright, very noticeable design right there. What do you reckon? So, looking pretty cool. I think a lot of people would approve. And then, if you're not too much of a fan of that, this version's a little bit more discreet. So in this particular instance, it's not super like big flat sort of colours. It's just the line work, which still looks pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure still glows in the dark very nicely as well. So, alright, cool. Do you happen to approve? Which one do you like more? Feel free to comment below. And best of luck to Mr. N3. And that just so happens to be the final deployable skin for this video. So now I'll ask you, out of all these deployables that we have just seen, which one happened to be your favourite? Which of these skins do you reckon have a very good chance of potentially being accepted in an upcoming Rust store? Okay, let's continue. Let's take a look at all the weapons and tools. And immediately we have a collection continuation. Now, I don't think anybody else bothers with this, but we don't actually have that many Thanksgiving themed skins. Well, I'm talking about like things that are actually like in Rust. And that's because the only skins that I'm aware of are made by Zinc himself. And I'm pretty sure we have Thanksgiving fairly soon. I'm not American, I wouldn't know. Yes, you might recall in the past we have had Thanksgiving Furnace. What was the other one? I'd even type it. Good job, Hedge. Well done. So clever and smart and all that. Yep, there you go. We had a rock. Now, both of these skins have not fared very well. The rock is about $1. The furnace is about 70 cents. That's not looking very pretty. But if you were to ask me, but Hedge, what if this were to be accepted? Well, I'll tell you this. Independently, it's a pretty goofy looking hammer skin. And I think a lot of people would approve of it. I wouldn't be surprised if that actually does a very good job retaining its price. But in terms of the other skins, I don't think they're going to spike in price. I mean, I'm not thinking that's going to happen. But hey, simply because Zinc is the only one who submits Thanksgiving-themed skins, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we see it potentially in the next Rust. There you go, I'm saying it. There's a solid guess. So what do you reckon? Do you approve? Feel free to comment below. So, yep, best of luck to you, Mr. Zinc. Now, you might sit there and say, but maybe some people might do it next week. Well, they're going to focus doing naval update skins, aren't they? Well, there you go. So, all right, fair enough. Right, over to here we have Swirled Tools, another collection continuation produced by Bed and Ronan. It's all nice and swirly. Yes, a very interesting approach, but of course, you know, collection continuation to the sword, to the crossbow. It makes sense. So, okay, fair enough. It looks pretty cool. Honestly, when was the last time we had some tool skins being accepted? It's been quite a while. Let's go back over to here. I had to type in just a hatchet. Come on, show me. And what was it? It is gold chains. Okay, wow, back in July. Well then. So, yeah, honestly, good timing. Best of luck to Bed and Ronan. But if you were to ask me, but Hedge. If we were to see swirled, tools being accepted, would it cause these two skins to spike in price? I don't think so. Weapon only / tool only collection, by default you'd expect everything to go down. So, sorry to say, but I'm not feeling very confident. So, yeah, right, it is what it is. So, best of luck to Bed and Ronan. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see that being accepted. Now, over to here, we have a bow, a crossbow, and an EOKA. Bike Winding Bow version 2. This is iridescent and it has transparency. Produced by Norden. It's an interesting sort of yellow design. Stands out quite nicely. I don't remember the first version, but what I see here, it looks pretty cool. So best of luck to you, Mr. Norden. And over to here, the Golden Kitsune crossbow. Produced by Arietta Moluko. A perfectly fine looking wooden carved design. Stands out very nicely. Looks pretty cool. So yeah, what do you reckon? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to you too. How do you have transparency on an EOKA? Either way, it's an EOKA. Now, I've got to point this out. Throughout this year of 2025, I've seen some pretty interesting collection continuations that are EOKA skins. None of them were accepted. So it's nice to see another like B skin being produced. I'm just saying I have doubts. But also, I guess I wouldn't be surprised if this is the one to be accepted. We'll see. I like how you still have like the little wings on the side there and whatnot. So B collection, ever since we saw the SAP, we saw some more interesting transparent aim sight weapon skins being produced, but not accepted, so awkward. Yeah, very much so. I mean, we'll see, but yep, the SAR, the Python, the AK-47, none of them are accepted. Will you be accepted? We shall see. I don't think it'll have that much of an impact. Sorry, I'm yawning. I don't think it'll have that much of an impact on the on all the other skins there. I don't think it'll have that much of an impact on the door, the small box, maybe the SAP. We'll see. But hey, it would be nice to see an EOKA skin being accepted in 2025 because we haven't seen one yet, have we? So, all right. Best of luck to Omnipresent. Let's see if that is the case. Right, moving on over to here. We have some SAP skins. Shot in the Skull. Well, I mean, he's very blunt with it. Produced by Rapé, we have the Shot in the Skull SAP. And when you look on the side here, it's like a whole skull. Pretty interesting, cool looking design. That's actually very fun, very fun. Well then, best of luck to you then, Rapé. Does it stand out very nicely at night time as well? Based on what I see, it seems so. So, yep, best of luck to you, good sir. Now over to here, speaking of standing out quite nicely, this is the Tropical Wave SAP. A second attempt produced by EOKA and Lancer. You can see how they slowly built up the design. How they initially wanted it to be like a nice sort of like watery sort of view. But yeah, that has a very nice, very standout looking design. Now based on what we just saw there with the GIF. Right, so yeah, that was the original version. This is the new hot version. And when I looked at the aim sight, probably not the... yeah, okay, it's fine. It's like nice, hot pink. The aim sight, the colour scheme. At night time, I bet you that stands out lovely. I bet that's super easy to see at night time, so not looking too bad. Best of luck to you too. However, Black Ops SAP has also been submitted, and this also apparently has transparency. let's just go ahead and get a good look at this. A very nice sleek black design that I think a lot of people would greatly approve. We've had a blackout SAP in the past that has gone up in price quite nicely. And based on what I'm seeing here, it's not transparency on the aim sight. Okay, well then, still, it's a very nice looking design. I'm sure a lot of people would approve, but what's the transparency? I don't know. They must have hidden something else, but hey, still looks very nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Black Ops collection. A weapon-only collection, of course. And how does it look at the moment? Well, to be honest with you, it's not too bad. Some skins not doing very nicely, unfortunately, but some skins doing perfectly fine. I had a hunch that Black Ops Jackhammer would probably have a nice rebound. Keep an eye on that. Revolver, we always have, we always have faith in revolver skins. Rocket launcher's a bit awkward. AK-47 and so on as well, but hey, what do you reckon? If we were to see that SAP skin being accepted, would it be one of the skins that ends up in the positive, or one that kind of crashes and burns and goes in the negative? Feel free to comment below. Personally, I think a lot of people would approve, and I think that would be a very solid skin. Best of luck to Holodno Kolatinsky. I don't think the arrival of that, though, will cause all the other skins to spike in one spike in price, so, alright, fair enough. Right then, moving on from there, we have a Python, some Custom SMGs, some MP5s, and a Thompson. Right, so over to here, the Brutal Python, produced by 9K, a perfectly fine looking design, not too crazy, I see no issue with it, and when you aim down the sight, I can't even see the actual aim sight, there it goes right there, so, oh, cool. Best of luck to Mr. 9K. Now over to here with the Copper Wire Custom SMG, produced by Squadron. Get a good look at this. A very nice, well, copper design. I was about to say orange, but no, the correct term would be to call it copper. Nice and shiny, quite reflective, and I do like all the things here as well. So yeah, looking pretty sweet. Best of luck to you, Mr. Skurat. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Now over to here. It is competition. That right there is a collection continuation. It is the Fort Custom SMG. So in the current roster, yep. Fort Thompson is right there. And of course the other skins are right here as well. Now unfortunately down 61, down 54 and down 42, not looking like super perfect. But independently, would a lot of people happen to enjoy a Fort, almost said Thompson again, a Fort Custom SMG. Is that the type of design that you'd like to see? Feel free to comment below. But in terms of if this were to be accepted, would it have like a massive impact on the pre-existing skins? I don't think so, I'm sorry to say. But it does look very nice. Keep up the good work, Oasis and Isaac. I'll give you this. I think a lot of people would approve with the idea of some sort of like deployable skins with this design. Regardless, keep up the good work. And now, let's move on to the next skin. Skybound Helen, produced by Wagan and Gunya. An interesting MP5 design. Now, apparently there's transparency, but where? Show me. Pretty please. Aim down. Nah, oh, they haven't given me a proper aim down the sight image. Well, based on what I see here, it doesn't appear to have that much transparency. So, okay, fair enough. But yeah, if you've got a weapon, always aim down so we can see it. Right then, best of luck to you two. Over to here, we have two versions of the J-Born MP5. I'm not sure what's different. Okay. So one has a transparent aim sight and one doesn't have any changes to the aim sight. So yep, get a good look at that. A perfectly fine looking green design. Aim down, pretty pleased. Yep, standard sight here. And then over to here, we should have like some transparency in the aim sight. There we go. All right. Okay. So it's almost... What's this? What's this? Huh? What? That looks odd. Is that like opaque? Do you see what I'm looking at, like right here? That is a bit odd. I'm not sure why it says 21.9, 20, I've lost my tongue. 21.9 cut brags and bugs. Okay, I've lost my tongue. Okay, for what I see there, it's a perfectly fine looking design. Cool. Best of luck to Lies and Go, but I'm so sorry. I couldn't stick there and just keep saying it over and over again. Sorry. Commando Thompson, a third attempt. This has transparency. Produced by Cosem. Let's get a good look at this. So yes, a perfectly fine, cool, sleek black design. Now, remember, when it comes to transparency with Thompsons, you don't get that much. It's just the side panels, basically. But that is a very nice looking design with a perfectly nice amount of red on the aim sight. Looking very nice. And over to here. After a year since we saw it, how's the Commando collection currently holding up? Not too bad. Obviously, the hoodie and pants, the bits of tier 2 here are quite nice. The weapons, though, hey, it's out of his control. But what I see here does look pretty good. To back over to here. Sorry about this. I talk so much and I forget to breathe, and it makes me yawn. I'm so sorry about this. But based on what I see here, that is a very nice looking Thompson. And your opinions, please. Feel free to comment below. Would you like to see the Thompson being accepted? I don't think it'll cause the weapon skins to rise up in price much, but probably could help out the clothing armor. So we'll see. Now I've got the hiccups. Good job, Hedge. Oh, Dominus Mortis double barrel shotgun. So produced by Yen and Denuvo. Yes. Oh, look at the skulls right there. Okay. Yep, you've won me over. That's already looking pretty cool. So they did make an attempt for a garage door around Halloween. Didn't work out, unfortunately. But could this potentially be accepted? What do you reckon? Are you in the mood for another double barrel shotgun? Feel free to comment below. Cool. What was the last one? Was it Chameleon one? But I just type in DBS. DBS and... okay, you're going to type in the whole thing. So double... Going very well today, isn't it, Mr. Hedge? Yep. Double barrel shotgun, please. There you go. And... oh, it was the Grub DBS. That's correct, yeah. Look at all of that. Ooh, it's not looking like they're retaining their value very well, is it? No. Well, it is what it is, but it does look very nice. And of course, if we were to look up all the Dominus Mortis skins, Thompson was the last one. Yep, it's a weapon only collection, unfortunately. It's not holding up, unfortunately. But hey, you know, it's up to the skin creators. Would they consider dabbling into deployables again? We'll see. But if this were to be accepted, I wouldn't be surprised. They'd probably make a bunch more weapon skins. Anyway, best of luck to you two. Keep up the good work. Okay, next up we have the Wrath of Gold SAR, produced by Cassadin Spectro. A very interesting golden sort of wrap design, as if there's like loads of roots all around it. We've seen some previous skins as well, do not forget. We've also seen the tools. We've seen a jackhammer. In fact, let me just quickly grab all of this. Guys, if you're watching, I will say this. You've got more than enough now for like a minimum viable product. Face Punch have seen what you're like intending to do. Either consider doing deployables or armor, or maybe stop, okay? Because you've made plenty of things, but now you might just be wasting your time. Based on the lack of acceptances, it probably is enough to say Face Punch probably isn't interested. Sorry to say, but yeah, kind of probably like make a consideration. But yep, that looks fine to me. Nice bit of red on the alternate second version. So yep, keep up the good work, but maybe it's time to consider doing something different or sidetrack with it. So yeah, clothing armor, or of course, deployables. Right then, over here with the Hellcore SAR, produced by Delaware. We have two versions here as well. One's just like nice red and black, and then over to here, a nice bit of yellow. I've got to say the yellow one looks a little bit better. Gives it nice outlines and all that. That's looking pretty cool. So if I could just aim down the sight. Okay, we have the exact same transparency as what we see with the Heat Seeker SAR. So, what do you reckon? Would you approve? That's looking pretty cool. If that were to be accepted, yeah, that will probably do very, very nicely. But we have seen quite a lot of SARs with the exact same transparency as the Heat Seeker SARs of recent, haven't we? And none of them have been accepted, so we'll see. Anyway, best of luck to Mr. Delaware. That's a perfectly fine looking design. And over to here with the Gridlock SAR. This is produced by Mr. 38. A very interesting sort of like black pattern design. Nice bit of red in the aim sight. 38, Mr. 38, do it in the day. Don't do it underground because it's kind of hard to see. Yeah. I'd much prefer if you did it like outside on the grass. Oh, that's good as well. All right, perfect. Right, yep. I like, you know, that's nice. I have no complaints. Yeah, it's a standard SAR for standard aim sight. But there's nothing wrong with that. It looks nice. This could potentially build up into a much bigger, interesting sort of collection. Best of luck to you, Mr. 38. Keep up the good work, and we'll keep an eye on you. Right, best of luck. Now we're moving on to the AK-47s. First up, we have Confusion's Ironhead AK-47. Says it's got transparency. I'm not seeing where it is though, so that's taking forever to load up. You might have noticed Cloudflare was down today for a lot of websites, causing lots of websites to not function very well. I'm not sure if Steam is one of them, but I have noticed YouTube being a bit funny, so sorry if things are a little bit awkward, but yes. What I see here, it's a perfectly fine looking black design. Now, since it's a version 1, is there a version 2? Not yet, apparently, but keep an eye out, I guess. Who knows what you might see. Best of luck to Confusion. Over to here with the Origami AK-47, and I can confirm there's two versions of this. So, produced by Jessen and Bingo. Yeah, it looks like a standard AK, but it's made out of paper. My goodness. So, over to here, second version, which is more like white. So, white paper and all that. I mean, it's clever, it's cool, but if there were to be one to be picked, I prefer this one a whole lot more. It's not because it's a white AK, no. Well, I mean, probably, yeah, because, yeah, I think a lot of people would be very interested in that. Aim down the sight, pretty please. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? We don't have one. I am very upset. Well, it is what it is. Best of luck to you two. And yeah, let's see what happens next. Over to here. Oh my. Okay. Cryo. What is this? Solar Eclipse AK-47 with a modified aim sight. And if I could just quickly, yeah, make it 2K. Yes, please. All right. Show me what you got. Aim down, please. Thank you very much. Well, okay, show that off first. The heron in the skies flying. Aim down. Aim down. Aim down. Aim down. Aim down. No, aim. Aim. Oh, it's a bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, YouTube has been rubbish today. I'm so sorry about that. So, here we go. Perfect. That's what we want to see. Yeah. Okay. That's looking nice to me. I think a lot of people would approve. Feel free to comment below. Do you like what it is? Could it potentially be accepted? Best of luck to Cryo. Over to here. Oh my. Yeah, that's looking pretty cool. The Snake Idol AK-47 produced by Henon. And if we could just move over to the side, aim down. There you go. Lots of transparency. That's the type of aim sight you would see in a Twitch drop. I think a lot of people would approve. So would you like to see the Snake Idol AK-47 being accepted? Very nice and shiny. All nice and gold. Perhaps there could be one. Best of luck to Mr. Henon. Broken AK-47 produced by Mr. Verona. I gotta say, it's pretty funny with all the tape all over it and whatnot. It should have been like a ton of string all wrapped around it just to make sure it stays together. But overall, I have no complaints. It's a silly little gimmick, and we aim down, and yeah, standard sight. So best of luck to Mr. Verona. Let's see if that would be accepted. AK-47 Reaper. Well, immediately I see that. Oh, okay. Look at the scary looking face right here. Yep. And you got the standard aim sight. Look over to here. Yeah, no, that's looking pretty cool. That's a lovely bit of artwork. Okay, produced by Mr. RR3. Not too bad, not too bad. And I think we've got a second version here. Yes, we do. Now, this has a cut aim sight, so let's get a good look at this. And there you go. And based on what I see here... it said cut sights. Did you use the same pictures? Some people do that. Okay, there you go. Right, so now I can see it a little bit better. So, yeah, okay. Not too bad. Looks fine to me. I think a lot of people approve. And, yeah, best of luck to you, Mr. R3. Now, over to here, this is the Lethal Fluff bolt-action rifle. It's the owl design. So, yeah. Let's just move you over to the side. There we go. You can see the owl's eyes. Looking pretty goofy. Looking pretty cute. All right. Well, best of luck. Best of luck. Lovely piece of work there, Mr. Seal. And we do have a second version, Bolt Eye. What's this, then? What does he mean by this? Bolt Eye. Bolt Eye. I don't know. I'm not sure what's different. I can't stick around forever. Oh, there you go. There's an eyeball right there. Yeah, that's freaky. But, well, best of luck then, Mr. Seal. That is a bit odd. But anyway, moving on. Next up, Demon Slayer Bolt Action Rifle produced by Mr. Allweary. And let's just move over to the side. Get a good look at that. You've got all the symbols and the skulls on the side there. Looking pretty cool. Right, aim down. Can't see it properly. Okay, yeah, it's just a standard sight with a bit of red right there. Nothing wrong with that. Right then, best of luck to you, good sir. Now over to here. Now we're moving on to L96s. Electric Gale L96 produced by Grimo Katarina. Sorry, I tried to get started saying the name and I got a little bit stuck. So yeah, that's looking pretty cool. A very nice, very colourful design. What do you reckon? Feel free to comment below. And next up we have the Luxury L96. A very nice golden looking L96. Lovely pattern design. Very nice and shiny. Oh yes. So of course the L96 is the focused item of the month still. Could we see one of these skins being accepted? We shall see. So best of luck to Little Ranger and Madeira. Let's see if that's going to be accepted. Now over to here. Moonflower L96. Nice and colourful. I'm sure a lot of people would approve. Can we get a nice little aim down image? There we go. Perfection. Right. Best of luck to Say Chains and Humatisen. Let's see if that's going to be accepted. Best of luck. Best of luck. Opal Skull L96. Apparently this is iridescent. So produced by Graffi and Yui. Look at that pattern design. Now when it says iridescent, does it mean it glows? Or is it just shiny? I see a lot of people posting this, but it doesn't really like explain itself. So seems to reflect, but I don't notice any like glowing. Yeah, it doesn't seem to glow or anything. So okay, cool. Best of luck to you two. Over to here. Oh, Bird of Luck L96. So this is a weapon only collection, and I'm pretty sure you know exactly what you're going to see in a second. But yeah, quite a lot of interesting skins have been produced by Sunart. Some very nice, lovely, colourful designs. But then we go take a look at it. Now, nothing wrong with it. It's just, yeah, it's a weapon-only collection. Ta-da! Down 72, down 62, down 63, down 35. This happens a lot, unfortunately. Now, they did try to diversify. They did some doors. They did, you know, other doors, large box. Face punch didn't bite. They didn't seem to like it for some reason. Shrug. So, okay, maybe a nice return to weapons and tools could work out. Best of luck to Sunart. But I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't really have that much of an impact on those pre-existing weapon skins, I'm sorry to say. So, it is what it is. Best of luck, though. Now, over to here, Squadron L96. So, the previous Squadron skin was the Python. And, come on now, what do you reckon? What's its price right now? It's half down. It's down. It's down. It's down. So, produced by LJD and Shadow. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Squadron Python. Now, I will point out, they've made quite a lot of potential collection continuations. Lots of very interesting weapon designs. It's down to 80 cents. Sold for $2, down to 80 cents. That's just the state of Pythons right there. They're not in demand and their prices do drop off. So, yeah. But what if a brand new L96 were to be accepted? It wouldn't change. Sorry to say. It's the expected behaviour. But if you think that looks really nice, if you're a fan of this design, if you like what it is, by all means, show your support. Let's see if this could potentially be accepted. Best of luck to you, Free. Keep up the good work. Maybe consider doing some clothing and armour now. Squadron armour would look pretty cool. Protector L96 has also been submitted. So as you can see here, 2 versions. What's the difference? Oh, one of them has like the little hazard symbol. One of them doesn't really. So, okay, cool. We just got the handmade LMG being accepted. So, okay. The skin creators, Upor and Hyper Monster, probably like hyped up now. They want to make a whole bunch more weapons and all that. Nothing wrong with it. But in terms of like, is it going to have a massive impact? I mean, only one of the skins is currently doing very nicely at the moment. I don't think that handmade LMG is going to be staying in a positive. Like, we only have 2. But if I were to just take a quick look at this, yeah, okay, that's already gone down in price. Not a very good indicator that they're in demand, is it? So, we'll see how it goes. But regardless, it's a very nice looking L96, either version. I just don't think it's going to have that much of an impact on the only other weapon skin that there is, and of course the Deployables. So, best of luck to you too. It would be nice to see some armour or something like that in the future. Best of luck, best of luck. Now, handmade LMGs. There isn't that many of them. So, what we have here, produced by Excuse Me. This is the Hot Rod handmade LMG. Somewhat like sort of grounded design. Not super flashy. A little bit rusty, but hey, it's still a perfectly fine looking design. So best of luck to you, good sir. Now, what we have here is the Damascus Royale Silver and Royale Gold. Produced by Vlek. Some very nice, shiny, standout looking designs. What do you reckon? Would you like to see this being accepted, or would you prefer the gold? Now, today, I've already uploaded a short video showcasing all of these handmade LMGs. So, by all means, give that a good watch. See it for yourself. They do look very nice. But every single design here, they all have a standard sight. No, not these ones. No, not these ones. Okay, so the Damascus designs, both of them have a transparent aim sight. Do you like what you see? Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Do you like what you see? Feel free to comment below. But for the last one, this right here is a collection continuation Steampunk handmade LMG. This has a standard sight. Produced by Diaz. Yep, this is a collection continuation. We had a Steampunk Custom SMG in the past. Now you're going to sit there and say, oh, is it going to spike in demand, spike in price then? Steampunk SMG. Why can't I find you? All right, let's go over to here. Steampunk. Because, of course, Face Punch probably changed the name. But, oh, there you go. Yep, it's right there. Okay, it's 90 cents. Oh, dear. So, again, you're going to sit there and say, well, Hedge, if we were to see the handmade LMG being accepted, could that spike in demand, spike in price ever so nice? Well, number one, how many people would be aware of its existence? Number two, weapon only collection. Ooh. So I'm not feeling very confident in that regard, but hey, this handmade LMG does look pretty cool. I've already shown it off in a special short video. Looks nice to me, but yeah, this is a standard sight. And the questioning of whether these handmade LMG skins are actually in demand, still a bit debatable at the moment, so okay, fair enough. Best of luck to Diaz. And that just so happens to be the final weapon/tool skin of this video. So out of all these skins, I ask you, which one happened to be your most favourite? Which one do you reckon has a very good chance of potentially being accepted in an upcoming Rust store? And so that, let's now move on to the final portion of this video, the clothing and the armour. And immediately we have some burlap clothing. It's a bit goofy, but yes, produced by HSM, Water Rainbow. I mean, we'll see. It's a bit random, but yeah, okay. I've seen some designs like this in the past. I haven't seen them being accepted, unfortunately. But could this be the one? Is this what you seek? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to these. Well, just him. Yep. Then we have some burlap shoes all by itself. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So, yep. Peasant burlap shoes produced by VHS tonight. And why is it so huge? Click. Yeah, it's been a bit weird on the internet today. But yes, last week we saw some peasant burlap shirt and pants. This week we have some burlap shoes. Let's see if it all potentially could be accepted. Looks totally fine to me. All right, best of luck to you, VHS tonight. Now over to here, Pilgrim hoodie and Pilgrim boonie hat and poncho. I want to say hoodie and pants. Sorry about that. Produced by Kuba and Voodoo. Honestly, looks pretty cool. I did showcase this in my special little Twitter preview video. Looks nice to me, but yeah. Is this actually a Thanksgiving skin? Oh, it is. Okay, guess I was wrong. We have seen another Thanksgiving skin being produced. Let's see if it gets accepted. Best of luck to you two. Right. Over to here, we have Delta, roadside gloves and boots. Could this actually be accepted? We'll see, but no acceptances so far. Haven't seen any clothing and armour for a while. So, yeah, interesting clothing and armour. Sorry to say, but I'll be honest there. So, best of luck to Ted and Pigeon. Let's see if we can actually get something out of this being accepted. We have all the tactical gloves. Some of them do have boots as well. So, for December, when we have the December Force Wipe, the December update, tactical gloves will become skinnable. Yeah, you'll be able to get some skins. But out of all these skins, I ask you, which one do you like the most? We have a lot of collection continuations, but also some standard, like, unique versions as well. So let's go ahead, just go through all these skins. Keep tabs of the ones you like the most. Feel free to comment below your most favourite ones. So yeah, there's a lot of them. Let's try and get through all of them reasonably quick. So first of all, we have the Arctic gloves. Yep, produced by Corey. They're just black sort of leather gloves. Looks totally fine to me. All right, best of luck to you, good sir. Now over to here, Polar, bleh. I'm so stupid. Polar combat tactical gloves, accompanied with a pair of nice boots as well. So yeah, get a good look at that. Looking perfectly fine. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate that with their whiteout perhaps. What do you reckon? Ta-da! Best of luck to Micro and Morphus. Now over to here, Uproar tactical gloves. Yep, we're now turning into collection continuations immediately. There's tons of them. Produced by Mr. FaZe. An interesting sort of skeletal hand. Best of luck to you, good sir. Over to here, this was the very first tactical glove skins to be submitted. This right here is Hardsuit tactical gloves produced by Mr. Shedmon. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Now, of course, you know, with all these collection continuations we're bringing up, I will sit here and say I do think they would, you know, have a nice spike and price sort of moment if they were to be accepted. This applies to all of them, so we'll talk about that in a bit, don't you worry. But yep, Hardsuit, could we see the return of that? Best of luck to Shedmon. Over to here, Arctic Protection tactical gloves. So again, another attempt for like polar camouflage and the snow biome and all that. Looking pretty cool. Produced by Demon. Could we see this being accepted? Well, I will sit here and say it's a bit odd because the only Arctic Protection skins that have been accepted are all primitive skins. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, you know, that's like for core pieces. We'll see. Anyway, best of luck. Now over to here, Whiteout. Whiteout tactical gloves. I mean, what do you reckon? When we saw the boots being accepted in 2023, about like a year after all the other whiteout skins were accepted, all of it spiked in price very nicely. So what do you reckon? If those were to be accepted, could we see all of the whiteout skins suddenly go up in price so nicely? What do you reckon? Something to look forward to, I guess you could say. So best luck to MDE. Over to here, training. Oops, you made a little mistake there. Training tactical gloves produced by Mishka and Swansper. Yep, another black pair of gloves. Obviously, you know, with a little bit of white as well. Nice little style to it, like the tracksuit. So, best of luck to Mishka and Swansper as well. Over to here, Funerary Friend, tactical gloves and boots as well. Yeah, boots as well. Yep, could we see this being accepted? Will we ever see Tier 3 being accepted? Shrug. Yep, looks totally fine to me. Looking pretty sweet. Best of luck to Mr. MA1. And then over to here, tactical cyber gloves. Nice and metallic. Very metallic looking hands. Honestly looks a bit goofy, so best of luck to Luck Hemp. And over to here, No Mercy tactical gloves. I'm going to sit here and say it, I won't be surprised that these are ones that get accepted. Of all the recent Skinnables we have seen, you know, the bed, handmade NMG. Of course, we also had like a large backpack as well. Don't be surprised. It's very successful. So, all right, best of Mr. Bad Trip and Mr. Hulk. So, all of that, tactical gloves, could they have a massive impact on the pre-existing skins? So, I'll just use Whiteout as an example now. This is a very in-demand collection. Not much really compares to it in terms of like nice white camouflage. Would the tactical gloves honestly have that much of an impact? What do you reckon? Now, consider this for every collection we just discussed. Hardsuit, what else was there? Cyber. You know what? I just look at all of them right now. I know, Hedge completely blanked on everything. I do apologise, but yes. How much of an impact could they have? For the ones with boots as well, I think it would be like when boots and gloves, road sign boots and gloves are accepted. You would see a nice spike in price. So, just the tactical gloves, I'm looking forward to some interesting rise in price. So, best of luck to all the skin creators there. Sorry, I just want to be nice and straightforward with it. Consider looking at the actual collection link in the description. See it all for yourself. Feel free to comment below. Which ones would you like to see being accepted? Now over to here, a jacket, a rug jacket, produced by K. Vladimir and Italic Pro Grip. Yeah, it's just literally like a rug, but you wear it. With all due respect, it's pretty funny. So, best of luck to these two. And then over to here, it is another attempt for lightweight clothing. Probably not too many people here are aware of this collection because it did come out like a good few years back. In fact, let's just quickly remind ourselves, lightweight collection. Come on, show me what you got. There we go, perfect. So, yeah, 2021. With what we see here, Tier 3 first, Tier 2 second, 38,000 subscribers, my goodness. 26, 21, 22, 20, yeah, okay. That's a lot of sales. But we never got hoodie and pants. Over the course of the many years since we first initially saw the skins, we did see quite a lot of attempts. So if I could just quickly remind you, we saw like a blue one, we saw a perfectly fine grey one. Like in previous complete the sets anticipation videos and whatnot, I have brought up lightweight. Go back in the past, see it for yourself. So yep, there we had the blue version, then we had the more grey looking version. We did get another version after that as well, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there you go. Honestly, I was super down for this version. It definitely blends in very nicely with its like other skins. But with what I see here, I think Robstar just thought, you know what, screw it, I'll just make it look very cool independently. And I think he's done a very good job of that. And now you're going to ask, well then Hedge, do I want to invest into the lightweight collection? I'll be honest with you, it wouldn't be too bad of an idea. If you truly feel confident that we will see the lightweight hoodie and pants actually being accepted now, the version 4, Tier 2, roadside gloves and boots, Tier 3, yes, I do believe that will be spike and price. But I don't think it'll last very long. Again, look at the sales. 38,000 subscribers almost both here. Like 22 to 26,000 subscribers. I would not expect that many sales for the hoodie and pants at this current time, November time. It has been a bit quiet recently, hasn't it? So if that were to happen, all right, that would be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? Yeah. So, right then, we'll leave it at that. Best of luck to Robstar. Could he actually complete his clothing armor collection now? We shall see. Best of luck. And now over to here, we have some Tier 3 armor to take a look at, and that'll be it for the video. So over to here, Dragon's Side Tier 3, produced by Mr. Multi-Art Boris and Mr. Damned In. A perfectly fine, nice and scaly draconic design. Looking pretty cool. Yep. We also have a second version right here, a more sort of greenish blue sort of design. So could we see that being accepted? A brand new clothing armor set. Feel free to comment below. And best of luck to you, Mr. Multi-Art Boris and Mr. Damned In. Now over to here, made by Granny Tier 3. I've got to say, that's pretty goofy. So, Mr. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I would never have expected anything like this to be produced, but hey, that's what makes it special. When we get like some truly like out of the box thinking type of ideas, I honestly think these are awesome. And I'll be honest with you, is it like a sort of pseudo Christmas sort of design? Grandma's stitched you a sweater? What do you reckon? It's pretty goofy though, so what do you reckon? Would you like to see it being accepted? Would you like to wear it? Well, feel free to go ahead and show support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Yeah. And now, for the very end of this video, another attempt for Deep Ruby Tier 3. Now, I know not everybody is super thrilled with his design, but why not? Honestly, you've done a very good job with this so far. Lots of skins have been accepted. but could we actually see this actual collection being like finished? We have the boots and gloves, we have the tier 2, we have the hoodie and pants, but we still do not have the tier 3. So, Deep Ruby, pretty please. I remember when we got the AK-47, it looked really cool, and then the rest of the collection came out, and whilst only a few of the skins are currently in the positive, if we were to see the tier 3 being accepted, boots and gloves, hoodie and pants, and tier 2, I think all of it will rise up in price very, very nicely. So here I am to wrap up the video. Quite abrupt, I guess you could say, but towards the end of this video, I was just feeling awful. You might have noticed throughout the whole video, I wasn't looking very lively. I was quite slow. I kept making a few mistakes. I felt incredibly nauseous throughout all of that, and towards the end, oh god, I had to stop. I just went and laid down for about 3 hours. That's how bad I was. I honestly thought I was going to puke. I don't know what's wrong with me. I did just go on a trip to see family. I was on like a packed train many times, so maybe I unfortunately picked something up. I really hope I didn't, but I do apologise if you know, I sound a bit odd and whatnot. I always sound odd, but worse so compared to normal. So of course with the Deep Ruby tier 3, honestly, like if we see that being accepted, tier 2, hoodie and pants, boots and gloves, of course it'll spike on spike in price. How long would it last though? That's the question. So we'll see how it goes. So of course with all the clothing and armour, feel free to comment below which has impressed you the most. What would you like to see being accepted in an upcoming Rust store? And that also applies to all the other skins from this video today, like what things genuinely look like, you know, they impressed you. What things do you think have a very good chance of being accepted in upcoming Rust stores? Come on, comment below. You know you have, you know you want to. So alright, cool. Let's just quickly hop over to micro522.com as well. In fact, I'll just refresh. So let's just get a good look at all these skins. So just to point out, Polar Combat Tactical Gloves, they have an absolutely insane score. 11.76 to 1. What? Yeah. People want some tac gloves. Pretty much the top 5 is just tac gloves and Sinotype. So which tactical gloves will be accepted? Oh, well. The main question should be, how many of them will be accepted in that first Rust store for December? To my surprise, with the handmade NMGs, we only saw one being accepted for November Force Wipe. With October Force Wipe, we've got 2 beds, and then we've got like 2 bits for like 3 Rust stores. Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if we see quite a lot of them. How many of them will sell for like 99 cents? When it comes to clothing armour, of course it can get cheap and only be 99 cents. Do you reckon they'll try and sell these at a higher price? Like $3 or something, what do you reckon? Just have to wait and see. But yes, with all of those tactical gloves, they could cause a nice spike in price for every collection they're a part of. We'll see how it goes, alright? So lots of very interesting options, and then of course, you know, next week we'll probably start seeing more Christmas skins. We'll probably start seeing a lot more aquatic and boat themed skins being produced as well. Pirate themes, maybe. We'll see. But yep, micro522.com is listed in the description. Just scroll down, you can see that for yourself. So yeah, lots of interesting things, but what will be accepted? We're going to find out, aren't we? So yeah, that's pretty much a wrap. I'm not sure what's going on with the descriptions. And then, of course, with the collections as well, that's gotten weird. Steam's being odd at the moment. The whole internet has been odd. Hopefully everything gets fixed soon, fingers crossed. So, yep, that's a wrap. Once again, I do apologise for being sick, but that just kind of came out of nowhere. As that video progressed, I just felt worse and worse. So, hope you all have a good one. Keep an eye out for what could potentially be accepted. And, of course, you know, all the new things being submitted over the course of the next weekend as well. Things are lining up very, very nicely. So let's just quickly switch over to here. Keep an eye out for my short videos. I'm always uploading some interesting things for some of the skins. And whilst you're at it, take a look at this. I just uploaded a video talking about my inventory worth over $80,000. So you can see this all for yourself. You can even go to the description. You can see the actual link to see it on SCMM. Again, YouTube's been very slow today as well, unfortunately. But yes, 55,000 plus skins. From here, halfway through November to halfway through January, how many skins can I sell? How much funds could I raise? Oh, we're going to have to wait and see. So, thank you very much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. Best of luck to each and every single one of you. And don't feel sick. It's happening again. Don't feel sick like I do, okay? Live. Be happy. Be happy.